Okay, start off. I'm just going to give you a couple little insights about the actual website itself. So, first off, I love how simple it is. That's great. Okay, you do want content. You want written content. That way, Google is actually able to crawl that data and make some sense of it on the search engine. So, you need about, I'd say, about 1,500 words. You could do 1,000 words on your homepage and then 500 words on every other page, including the contact page, or at least 250 on that guy. You know, another thing, you need a clickable phone number up top on every single page of the site. That way, no matter where they happen to fall due to the search engine taking them to a certain part of your page or whatever, they just click it. That way, they're immediately able to be like, you know what, bam, I'm going to call her instead of having to click around, figure out where they can do it, find your number, and then eventually, well, they'll give up. That's just what the data shows. Okay. Another thing is you also want a contact form on every page of the site. And I wouldn't go the email address route. So I would actually do a contact form, which I'll show you in just a minute. Yeah, good that you got your phone number there. Bad boy needs to be up there and gigantic. So, all right, just to kind of show you an example of some work I've done recently. Now, don't get too caught up in the design of the site because the the web design, if you will, because that is one thing that I don't design my sites to look a certain way so much as perform a certain way, and that is lead conversion. How many leads is it bringing in? How many phone numbers? This thing's got to be operable as a means of contact for your potential clients. And the data shows time and time again this is the way to go. Something like this. Of course, we can make it fancy and change the photos, make it all nice. We don't have to do the free instant quote there, but that's a nice little thing, and it definitely makes people more inclined to fill out the form. I feel like I've done it time and time again with it just like that, and I've done it with just more of a like get quote here kind of something along that lines. I've done both. So anyway, yeah, look at that. Content, boom, authoritative content, packed full of all kinds of keywords. And by the way, my next point is I'm going to go ahead and skip to. Okay, so I'm sure you know Penthouse Drapery, Snyder Berrien Draperies. Okay, anyway, that's the map. All right, that's the Google map. That's the Google My Business listings. And the way you make these things rank, if you will, the way you make them pop up in the top three like that is A, your site's got to be ranking pretty well, which I'll show you how that works in a minute. And B, the biggest thing is called citations. So citations. So take that phone number. We'll just go to one of my tools. All right, boom, 33 citations. That is not much, okay? And I guarantee you that was the top one. So the other ones are going to have fewer, even fewer. So my point is I do about 250, typically about 500 or 750 citations per Google My Business map listing. And the way to really do this to start rocking and rolling is to have multiples in your city. Multiples. So you take up all of that and then you take up multiples here as well. That's when you really start to dominate. And then you can turn around and get some ads. The ads show up on top. Surprisingly, there don't appear to be any for Seattle draperies. That's crazy. Big city, big industry. Wow. Huh. Anyway, so yeah, if you really wanted to rock and roll, you put an ad up there too, and then you would just, that's what we call dominating. Yeah, that's why I'm the Viking. That's what it's all about. You take all the food and leave none behind. Okay, so next, I wanted to show you something I like to do. So I took that same top competitor, Penthouse Drapery, and snagged their keywords. So this is what I like to do. I will actually rank for the name of my competitors in any given city. So even if somebody types in the name of one of your competitors, they're still taking to your site because you're ranking better for their own name than they are. And if it's got a decent volume, 90, I'll do that. I'll do that. So if it's got a good volume, if it's got volume, then you utilize that volume and you cram it into your site, convert it into leads. Wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. So now, third point, this part down here, organic rankings, right? How does that work? Okay, well, it's got a lot to do with the way you build the site, first off. But another thing, you may or may not have heard the term backlinks. I know it can be a little dry, a little boring, but this is what is the backbone. This is the battery system to your car. You know what I mean? This is what starts it. So, and really, they do not have. There's one halfway decent link, and the rest are just trash. And this isn't a big city. Like this would be so easy to overcome. So that's pretty much that. Showed you a little bit about your site. I showed you a little bit about the way that the pattern that I follow with my sites. Definitely, I love the simple look of your site. It's great. It doesn't have a lot to distract. So you could go with the clicky buttons here, or you could do the click phone number up here as well. I would do both. If you're going to do the big image like that, put a button in the middle of it. Why not? And then put the phone number up here too. Just like this. Boom. Boom. All right, Tatiana. Well, I appreciate you reaching out to me, and I hope you enjoy the video. Talk to you soon.